type. Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, we come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. Yeah, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, we come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life.
All right, I think we're good. Let me double check something here very fast. Let me. Okay, I think we are good. Okay. Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. I'm testing out a few new things as far as software today, so bear with me. Not on the charts or anything like that, but I'm multi-streaming today, so that's gonna be interesting. Oh, Loki heard me talking to you guys, so Loki wants to come say hello, but he'll have to go around like everybody else. He's trying to come through on my lap. Yep. But okay, hope you guys all had a good Memorial Day. I had a pretty good one. Just finished up a barbecue here, and we'll probably go back upstairs in about an hour or two to go hang out with the fam. Here, you guys can. Oh, let's see. Maybe right there. I don't want that light to blind you guys. Loki may say hello. There he is. So Loki says hello as well, and hopes you guys all had a good day. He had a good amount of barbecue today, so he's living life as much as possible. Well, what you doing? I don't got. What do I have treats for you? I do have treats for you. See, I anticipate this type of stuff. Yeah, you're so gentle when you get a treat. Okay, sorry about that. So there's a lot to talk about today, as you guys know. We started off a new week here, and so far things are going pretty well for us. We'll be talking about that as far as some other stuff. Right now, it's still important to understand that Bitcoin is still in a bear market, guys. I know we've had this little bit of pump, but this could most likely just be a bear market rally. We've been talking about this for the past few weeks, and we were kind of, well, me included, I was kind of giving up hope that we were going to reach like the $33,000 level to start shorting back up again. So, what you doing? He's just coming to say hello. But what do you call and so just keep that in mind, guys. So let me take off this little algorithm here. I was just checking out some stuff earlier to see if it could help me out. And there we go. So we found some support levels here. Those are a multitude of support levels of why we held this particular level here over the last few weeks. The first one in here is there is a Fibonacci retracement level that we held support on, the same one that we held a support on for last summer. That was kind of interesting. In order to find this one, most of you guys I think know how to do this by now, but if you guys didn't watch my Fibonacci retracement tutorial video, watch it. And something easy you guys can do here, I think we talked about it maybe only twice in the last 2 weeks, is you guys can adjust this Fibonacci retracement level. And if you come all the way down here to the bottom, do I need to zoom in? I don't think so. You're going to see a tab that says right here, Find levels based on log scale. Normally I have this checked on. Like two times over the last few weeks I turned it off, and you can see the difference here. Normally you guys are going to leave this on. It's just if you want to take it off every now and again to see if anything works out, you can. When you turn it off, it shows you this one that's more important for the last big pop. Right? Alright. But going forward here today, guys, this is our first green week, and this is something we really needed. How many weeks did we end up going through here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red weeks. Bitcoin's never done that. So next time it happens, it won't be nearly as exciting or boring, I guess you guys would say as well. But okay, some of the things I'm looking for here over the next few days, as I'm wondering if we can get back up here to 35,000. That's the highest I think I can see Bitcoin going back up to right now. 35,000 is the absolute highest. I think in more reasonable terms, I'd be aiming anywhere from 32,000 to 33,000. That's kind of my zone here if I'm going to start shorting back up again. We did actually reach 32,100 or so that was kind of nice to see. I got stopped out of a few shorts this morning, I think it was. This morning I got stopped out of a few shorts. Nothing too bad here, but I wanted to make sure I could enter in the short position to get more bang for my buck, because I will, at this point in time, I do think I'm going to be opening up some new shorts here pretty soon if we kind of reach that $33,000 price target, somewhere around there. And if the chart looks okay, like we're kind of going down here a little bit, okay? All right. But that's on the daily. One of the other things I want you guys to take a quick peek here at, remember we talked about how on the weekly chart, we've never broken down below this 2-to-1 Gann fan line, coming all the way back over to 2015. Not even COVID caused us to break down below this level on the weekly chart. Well, so far that's staying true to form, and we are bouncing off of this level here. If for whatever reason, guys, that we manage to bounce up and we start going back over here to 40,000, like really long shot at this point because of the economy and all the type of stuff. But if we do manage to come all the way back up here and come into contact with it again, you might expect it to have somewhat similar strength there. But normally, after bouncing off of this, I mean, we've only bounced off of it, once over here through COVID, we tend to have a nice little rally there. We'll see if that's actually the case, though, or if we're just going to take a little bit of a dead cat bounce off this really bad week and then take a move down here. All right. Now let me go back over here. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys about, Ganfan level, support, and resistance levels at this point because we are going up finally. But here, let me go to the daily chart so we can kind of see what's going on. So as far as the Ganfan level that we were looking at all the way back from May 9th, I guess you would say, but really, back over here, January, that resistance level for us over the next couple of days is going to be around $32,700 or so. All right, $32,700 or so. On this one right here, a little bit more of a long shot if you ask me, but always a possibility. I don't like this one as much as far as the Ganfan level, particularly because we broke down below it here, got in with choppy, this hasn't been too good of a level of support and resistance for us, but maybe this time it will be, maybe, okay? But this one here for this week is going to be 37,000. For the next week, it's going to be around 37,800-ish. Next week, probably 37,246. Excuse me. And the last one here, this one was kind of interesting. I was watching this today to see if this was going to be a resistance level for us. As soon as we broke out above it, I did a high leverage day trade and made a few bucks for holding, I think it was an hour or two, but like an hour and 20 minutes. But I got out of the trade pretty fast just because I knew the new day was coming, and usually we tend to have a little bit of reversal after big days before maybe pumping back up. But if you guys take a look here at this Ganfan level, this is our support level that I'm looking at right now, a major support level, around 30,817 or so for this day. But if you go over here to the 5-minute chart, you guys will see it was a pain in the butt to get above this level. We were practically tapping on it 2 times, and then it took a whale to really pump us up out of this, above this resistance, okay? Which is pretty interesting. So as I'm looking at some of these support levels, I'm looking at moving averages and stuff like this, but I am crucially, I'm watching this very, very, I'm paying attention to this a lot, okay? This Ganfan level here, but that support, if you guys are looking at it right now, is somewhere around like 30,829, maybe throughout the day, it'll probably get down here to this 30,700s level, but right now, just kind of think 30,800 or so. That's what I'm looking for. I know most of you guys don't have all these Ganfan levels on your charts. Okay, take a little quick peek here because a lot of stuff is up, and this has been pretty nice. So, remember I told you guys I was buying and I'm buying and I'm buying. I still haven't done any major buys yet, so let's hope that doesn't come bite me in the butt later on here. But just a bunch of medium buys, I guess you could say, with some small buys on the daily. But today, in the last 24 hours, you have Bitcoin up about 8%, Ethereum up about 10%, BNB up 5%, XRP up 7%, ADA up 18%. That is crazy right there. Sol is up 5%, Dogecoin is up 6%. That's nice right there. Polkadot's only up 5%. That's fine. Wrapped Bitcoin up 7%. Tron is only up 3%. Anything else up right now? Let's see. AVAX is up 5%. It had a good pump, I think, today. Shiba's up 6%. Matic is up 10%. Leo's up only 3%. So there are some plays here, guys. If you want to look at stuff like Leo or, you want to be looking for stuff that hasn't popped yet. You may find an opportunity for it to just kind of go crazy all of a sudden. I'd be looking for a mix of a low 24-hour pop and something, a lower 7-day percentage, okay? Trying to see if I can find anything like that here. Huobi token, this one definitely has room to go up if you're going off of all this other data we have here. H&T's up a whopping 30%. So there are some good moves here today. Funny enough, I bought some Luna a couple days ago, or yesterday. Is it yesterday or the day before? Not Lunacy, but the Luna 2.0 thing, and I sold it early at $8. And I thought I was selling it at the top, and I'm like, yeah, Michael, you're amazing. And then it kept on running up. So we'll talk about Luna here as well. But for you guys, I want to let you guys know as well here. I did end up adding a Lunacy plus another Luna stream on the channel. So if you guys go over to Google and type in Luna live stream, and we go over here to my other stream right here, or let's just go to the channel and it does. There's two live streams here. The first one is going to be just the main Dogecoin that all of us love and enjoy. We're on that one a lot. And the other one is Luna Livestream. So the left side of this is going to be Lunacy, and the right hand side of it is going to be Luna. So just in case you guys want to check that out, that's that stream right there. Mostly just to kind of see what the price is doing. I don't expect you guys to hang out there for too long. But yeah, so that one's going to be pretty interesting as well. And then taking a quick peek there, here's Luna. So this is Lunacy here, guys. This is actually Luna. Sorry, this is Luna 2. I don't know what happened to Lunacy. But I told you guys I sold it off at $8. That was like up here when I was pumping, and I was like, okay, sweet. I sold it right around here, and it's like, okay. It actually ran all the way up to $10.81. Now coming back down here a little bit after finally breaking down below the if I can find this here, should have been the 15. Yeah, the 15 moving average, 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart. My bad. Now it's coming back down here a little bit, so still above where I sold it though. So this one's actually been doing pretty well, but I bought it over here for like $5, so I was pretty happy with the returns. But some people are still holding this strong. And if you guys want to hop into something like a Luna or the other one, the Lunacy, which are both have been popping off today, my best recommendation is that you guys just put only the amount of money you're willing to lose. Understand that this is a very, very, very extremely high risk bet that you guys are playing on a particular coin. And the safest way to trade this type of coin that's kind of, all over the place is usually just to buy and hold and then kind of wait, but preferably kind of buying on a larger dip. So, you want to be buying here, 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 even there, right? Even here, it's okay to start buying, but don't buy at the all-time high points where, like, you see a jolt of movement. Usually people buy there, then they watch the price go down, then they panic sell, and then they try to panic buy back up here, and then they hold it for too long, and it goes back. Yeah, so it's a cycle of doom. But yeah, something interesting that you guys should take a look at here. Even if you guys just want to watch some crazy price action, Luna's been all over the place, especially if you guys are looking at it on Kucoin or something like that. The data going through this type of stuff right now is definitely worth watching. Okay, back over here though. Well, for today, let's go over here. Let's go Bitcoin on the 1 minute. Let me drag that down here. UST is still bad. I'm gonna worry about that. Oof. And there we go. Oh, okay, good. Sorry, when I was showing you guys Ganfeng levels over here a few minutes ago, all these Ganfeng levels, there was one I don't know where it is, but I lost it. And I still have it on this chart, which is interesting. Where is the high for this? Oh, it's the 2021. Oh, okay. Sorry, when I have a bunch of data, sometimes I can really get lost with it. But if we go down a little bit further, we talked about this a few weeks ago, but like literally not since then. Look at that. Look at that little resistance up there. Also following the same path as the Fibonacci retracement level here. Pop right there as well. So we hit 2 levels of resistance here. Let's hope that we can break back above it. That would give us a nice little boost going forward. But right now, that seems to be the dual resistance level that we need to focus on the most here. Fibonacci Extension, first of all. This is actually off of the daily chart, I assume, because everything's off a little bit. But Fibonacci Extension level, we're going up here to the 0.786 level. And then up above that one, the price target up here is about 32,800. That's my price target for hopefully getting some shorting opportunities. We'll see if we blast through that or if it is a hard level of resistance. We'll see. But right now, we should be focusing on Ganfeng using the 2021 highs and the 2021 lows over that summer, okay? I think somewhere around 28,600 or so. And then, the negative 45-degree angle coming off of that one. But okay, sorry. I'm happy I found that because I did not know where it was. I had it in my head for the last few days and I was trying to find it. But I don't normally mess with this particular chart because this is the chart that gets shown on the 24-hour Dogecoin and Bitcoin stream. Okay. So for now, let's go over here to the 15-minute chart, kind of ride this out. There we go. And have some fun. There we go. Okay. And of course, guys, this is more of a holiday stream. I'm not going to be all over the place besides what I just did now, or talking about everything except for what I just did now. And so if you guys have any questions about any particular coins or anything like that, let me know. It was kind of weird. I woke up this morning with my alarm and I realized the stock market wasn't open, even though I knew going to bed the market was not going to be open today. But I hope you guys all are doing okay. And hey, Bideford, how's my mom doing? Did you have a nice weekend? Yeah, so we had a barbecue yesterday and today because I spent so much money on food. And so yesterday we had a bunch of brats and like hot dog type things and some fun little snacks on the grill. Today we had more stuff like hamburgers. We had stuff like hot links, chicken, a few things of ribs, and it was all done over charcoal. And if you guys have ever seen me like with charcoal, I love to have so much fun with a grill. Like I'm back in high school, I literally had a barbecue club, so that's how much I enjoy barbecue. But it was a really, really good holiday weekend. I said hi to all the neighbors because Loki just booked it out of the house without me checking. And he said hi to like one, two, three, four neighbors, and all of them were having their own individual parties. And so we just kind of hung outside and said hi to everybody, and everybody got to pet Loki up, and he was getting free food like anybody. So he was having he was having a good day. And hey, Miguel, any good news on Dogecoin or Shiba? I mean, not really, besides the fact that Bitcoin's going up. I haven't heard any substantial news that would make me say, hey, I want to buy Dogecoin, hey, I want to buy Shiba, or any more than I do have of those particular coins. I heard somebody talking about Shiba in the comment section, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on with it. Shiba will be burned via Amazon. Elon Musk may get in trouble with SEC. I don't know what's going on there. Sheep founder deletes tweets mysteriously 1 year after previous social activity. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard any big news about it. Tweets. I haven't heard anything big yet of it. Um, Make sure that if you're buying, buying stuff, just make sure it has utility and you believe in it enough to kind of put some money down on it. But don't keep on doubling down if your investment hasn't been working out. That'll just make you lose more money, right? Unless you guys are buying for the long term, of course. And hey, Discount Killer. Hey, Crypt. Hope you guys are doing okay. And hey, Moonshine. I think if money is an issue, learn how to profit in the ups and downs. Yeah, the easiest way to make money in the crypto markets is usually just to buy and hold for the long term when you kind of playing through this capitulation period. Because there's no we all have our guesses of when the bottom is going to be, right? We all have our guesses of where the top of a large move may be, but nobody is ever 100% correct. So you guys have to find a way to hedge in and hedge out of the market. Like right now, I'm hedging into the market because I've been buying and buying and buying for like the last, oh god, like 5-6 weeks now. Oh, crypto. I understand that there's a good chance of it coming down, but if by some reason that we find the bottom a lot earlier than I expect, I don't think that was the bottom that we just had, but just by some standard it is, well, then I have some exposure to the market. So you guys do want to have those type of plans prepared out for yourselves. And remember, guys, I have a link for BitGet down below. You don't have to. Oh wait, I took away something that I needed to have on here. There we go. There we go. Those two things. I also wanted to have this back up here as well. What I'm doing with this one is, remember I told you guys how it was all going all over the place because it was glitching up the other day? Well, what I'm going to do today is not have them be set to auto refresh and just see if it works out a little bit like that. So, shrink it down a little bit. Polygon's over here too. Well, we don't need polygon right here. Oh. Well, that was my bad right there. I just deleted the whole wrong thing. Basically, got that here. It's a Monday, guys. New tab. Okay, let's go here to Sheep. There we go. All right. Chart everything still lands out perfectly. Okay. Let's get rid of Polygon here now. Actually, let's just hide it. Make my life a little bit easier. And there, now we can put Dogecoin right back there. There we go. All right. I can live with that. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. It always takes a little bit of time. All right. What are we looking at here? Blue Man Group, I love you. Oh, dude, I bought so many of these new shirts here because Loki pretty much ate all my old ones up. And so I just have a whole bunch of brightly colored shirts now that makes me just flash out more apparently. But I'm excited about it. But definitely, oh yeah, I have a link for BitGet down below. If you guys want to start getting traded with like trading futures and trading with leverage, I would highly recommend signing up there. You guys don't have to put any money in there. If you do, they have they have a whole bunch, like they have a whole bunch of ways they pay you without even trading in the first place. But what I'd recommend is before you even put money onto the exchange, you guys go over there and within BitGet itself. Oh, if I can find it here. They have UST demo. So it's demo trading. Basically, it means paper trading. So you're trading with fake money. If you guys want to start practicing and seeing how your skills would be if you were trading with 5x leverage or a 10x leverage or just a 2x leverage, you guys want to see what that may be, or you guys want to see what your fees may look like if you're trading that type of stuff, I would highly recommend that you guys take the chance and start paper trading. You don't have to put any money in there, just paper trade. Learning to, learning to trade without spending your own money is a gift in many ways. There are some challenges that come after that. We've talked about that as far as understanding your emotions and things of that nature. But getting the patterns down and stuff like that can be very, very, very helpful. And hey, Nico. Oh, there you go. I heard they are deleting all their posts and maybe under investigation. Sheeb. Oh, I mean that could be it. I mean, guys, the government could be going after the scammy crypto companies. I don't really know, but oh, somebody's hopping in here. Go to the 1 second chart. Oh, was it just freezing on the 1 minute? Oh, it will pick this up back up here. Um, But yeah, basically, I don't know what's going on with She, but if they are in an investigation, they probably has good reason for it. I don't know much about what would be happening with them, though. I'll try to keep you guys updated if I learn anything about Sheeb and a potential investigation. Um, and hey, Zecker, honestly surprised it wasn't as drastic as I thought for it to be for 9 red weeks. Yeah, it seems like nobody wanted to push it down and really cause a crash. We talked about it, I think it was Friday was the last time we talked about it, how the last few crashes that we've had, things have been looking pretty optimistic, but all of a sudden, we just get a punch down, and that punch is basically so strong that it just causes all the crypto to just tank, a whole bunch of mass liquidations for the longs, and then we start a spiraling move where everybody's crying and freaking out, right? We didn't really have that. We had a slow move down, going slower and slower and slower, within a pretty close contact of that 20-day moving average. That's why we were talking about the potential for a pop over the last few days. But the fact that we just kept on sliding back down and down and down, even with the opportunity to pump, that had me thinking personally that we were going to fall down this weekend. And so I was prepared for it. I was like, okay, let me wait for the big pump, and then I'll wait for an alert on my phone, and I'll open up some shorts here, right? Did not happen, right? So we had nice pop. Whales came in here to help us out a little bit. If I were to go over here to open up this big baby and go there, right? We were coming down. Things weren't looking too good. We might have had a few more bumps in here. All of a sudden, we started building up a little bit of higher lows, kept on moving up here, and all of a sudden, some whale popped in with a large leverage play, and they just went pop, consolidated. People got excited. This is where we were tapping on that Ganfin level as resistance, going back over here, right? Plop, a plop. Third time, broke up above it, and now we're sitting well above any of these Fibonacci levels that we need to pay attention to. The only one that's currently being a level of resistance to us is the one on here. And that's also a Fibonacci extension level and a Ganfin level, the 2-to-1 Ganfin level coming from 2021 of last summer. I think that there was a big drop in the summer. That was the steepest drop we had all of last summer. Using those lows going up to the highs of 69,000, that's the Ganfin level I'm looking at as far as this 2-to-1 right here. That blue, the darker of the blue lines, the darker blue line. But yeah, I'm surprised how this pop kind of worked out. But hey, it's good. I like it. A lot faster. Ooh, let me go over here. But yeah, I'll take it for now because we were all kind of hoping for it, but I was losing hope. I was frankly just losing hope, mostly because I knew I wasn't going to be paying attention to crypto too much over the weekend because holidays and whatnot. Okay. Why is Lunacy trading disabled on Voyager? I don't know. Probably because too many people are losing money on it. I'm not entirely sure. Lunacy as well is, has a whole bunch of zeros in it. I don't know exactly if that's going to be a big problem for them. But it does seem like a lot of exchanges don't like Lunacy as much. I think most exchanges are trying to just hop off of Lunacy and go over to Luna 2.0. Something interesting that I saw today is I got an alert on my phone from Kucoin. And Kucoin was actually telling me that they have Luna UST, they have margin trading with Luna from 1 to 20x leverage plays. So that's going to make Luna, the regular Luna, the new Luna 2 thing, go parabolic and crazy like it did today, because now everybody has access to leverage, which means, they can buy with $1 and that equals $20. They can, that type of stuff. So Luna is just kind of its own thing. Be careful if you guys hop into it, but it does look like a lot of fun so far. And there you go. I don't think that Bitcoin thing needs to be that big. I don't know why it is that big. Maybe let's go to 24. There we go. More room for the charts. And hey, JC, yeah, please, everybody, please hit the like button. It does help out the channel a lot. It really does. And what's right here? And hey, Michael, I wish I knew I would have sold it off before they close it down. Let's see. Oh, for what? Let's see. And hey, Joe Bob Lagrasso, do I know when the Asian markets open? I do not, but I know I got an alert this morning when I woke up, and I forgot what it was. Is it business data, economic data, manufacturing? There's some important data coming out in China today. I don't know exactly what it is. CNBC usually has it up there. Fed governor, come on, China. There has to be something. China. Asian Americans, no. Maybe it's on the top 10. Oh, yeah, here it is. So Asia Pacific stocks lower as investors await China's factory activity data. So kind of manufacturing for May. So we're going to see if they got everything up to speed, if they're going to work on those slowdown issues that we've been looking at, or if things are still kind of clogged up and they should be getting better in the future, or if they're just clogged up and they're going to be clogged up for a while. Hopefully they're clogged up and getting better, or just they've been able to declog everything after their lockdowns. I have no idea which way this data is going to go, though. But here, Singapore shares in Asia Pacific were lower in Tuesday's morning trade as investors await the release of official Chinese factory activity data for May. The Nikkei 225 in Japan dipped 0.2%, while the Topix index declined 0.22% over in South Korea. The Kospi shed 0.53. Australian stocks were lower as the S&P and Aussie 200 fell 0.39%. MCI's broadcast index in Asia Pacific shares outside Japan traded 0.19% lower. All right, and then let's see. Okay, it's set to be released at 9:30 a.m. Hong Kong, Singapore time on Tuesday as investors. So let me see what this may be if I just kind of search Google for it. 6:30 p.m. Monday in Parkland. So that is now. Well, that's when the data is coming out. So let me go over here is Google this now. I wonder if I can just get some breaking news that's coming out. No. There's nothing coming out yet, but let me go over here to past hour. So Japan's April factory output slumped amid China lockdown. So this is important. Tipping point. There's one here for Japan's economic data, but not China's. So this one came out a few minutes ago as well. Japan's May 31st. That's okay. Future time, whatever. Japan's factories posted a sharp fall in output in April as China's COVID-19 lockdowns and wider supply disruptions took a heavy toll on manufacturers, clouding the outlook for the trade-reliant economy. Let me zoom in here for you guys a little bit. There you go. See, they're putting together a Kia Soul? No, that's a tiny car, whatever it is. Separate data showed retail sales posted the largest rise in nearly a year as consumers stepped up spending after the government eased pandemic curbs, withstanding pressure from wider prices that threatened to hurt demand at home. Factory output dropped 1.3% in April from the previous month. Official data showed on Tuesday on sharp falls in the production of items such as electronic parts and production machinery. It was the first fall in 3 months and much weaker than a 0.2% decline expected by economists in the Reuters poll. The data comes a day after Toyota Motors, the world's largest automaker by sales, missed its global production target for April after output fell for more than 9% year on year. Toyota's output slumped last month came after the Japanese car maker on Friday cut its global production plan for June and signaled the possibility of lowering its full year output plan of 9.7 million vehicles. All right. So basically, it seems like Japan not looking so hot here from an economy standpoint, but I don't think that's really going to be the big issue. I think what everybody's going to be waiting for here, respectful to Japan's glorious economy, is what China's economy is really going to let us know. But what I see right here is Japan's, output was slumped. So that may mean that because of that, they need a lot of stuff from China. Maybe China was slumping as well. You can kind of infer that type of stuff, but since the data should be coming out pretty soon, I think that's what we should be waiting for. Um, yeah. And over there, it is Tuesday right now. So I think that's what it is. Because on the other thing, on this other page, this wasn't a problem a few minutes ago. But basically, it said that, ahead of time. If not, it is coming out tomorrow. But let's go back to this one more second here, guys. Yeah, 9:30 a.m. Tuesday, Hong Kong time is 6:30 p.m. Monday in Parkland. So yeah, the data should be coming out now, soon, or fairly close. I will check this out over the next few minutes. Okay, news. Want to set this for like the last hour, basically, and then just come back to it in a few minutes and check it out. And a slow bleed for 9 weeks, yes. And hey, can Shiba rug pull? Okay. This is something I actually haven't even looked at Sheeb here, so I don't know what this rug pull that people are talking about is. Um, I don't see a rug pull on Sheeb going right now. It seems like Sheeb is having some trouble getting back above one of its old Fibonacci levels here, but also did a good job of breaking above its 20-day moving average. I don't. All right. It sounds like the Sheeb project itself is in some trouble here. So I'd be very cautious if you guys want to hop onto Sheep for the long term at this point. Um, if the trouble is something not so bad, maybe the coin survives, then yeah, you may even find a good opportunity to buy a big dip if there's some really bad news delivered here. But just be careful. I don't know why all this kind of shadiness around Sheeb at this moment in time, but just be careful with it, guys. I haven't seen a rug pull on Sheeb so far. It's kind of been crashing the same as everything else at this point. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm burping up barbecue chicken. But no, I don't see much. I just see this level of Fibonacci level causing us a little bit of irritation here as far as trying to get above it. There you go. It might take some time to curl back up and try to break out above these Ganfan levels here, or Fibonacci extension levels too. But we can zoom into this one a little bit more. X out of that. There we go. All right, perfect. Oh, geez, Dogecoin did something weird again here. Let's go that down. And now Bitcoin did something weird here too. I don't like Robinhood. Their website is glitching out. Okay, there we go. What's it here? There you go. Oh, and hey, Slime. I need a giant pump so I can sell, and then I need a big dump so I can buy in. That's the only way I can survive this eviction. I only have 3.5K left. What do you call? There you go. Well, good luck with that. It's gonna be interesting to see where we can find a top if we break above this Fibonacci level and manage to hold. It seems like this one's gonna be a hard level to really stay above at this point in time. And hey, Francisco, the last time I got burned badly was a holiday weekend. Makes me wonder if whales like to come in and create FOMO when they know people are home. I mean, I think so. I think either way, I wouldn't say it's necessarily FOMO, but I think they like to cause volatility that freaks out new traders for sure. Because remember, the last time we had was the Mother's Day crash just a couple weeks ago. That one was pretty bad. I think it's more of events you could say where people are at home or there's a large focus on the crypto market. I think that's usually when they like to pop in here. I am horrible at guessing when they're going to make their big move though. All I can do when I look at charts is say, hey, I see something bad is going to happen soon. I don't know when, So let me just take my hands off for a while and see what's going on. And if I have some sort of death cross or something, some major support level reached, then maybe I open up a short. But usually I like to wait for that bad stuff to happen first, and I can just kind of, hold on for the dear life and just kind of ride the wave down, so to speak. And hey, Michael, I don't have a dad, but I know Father's Day's coming up. I never pay attention to Father's Day, but if it is coming, or it is coming up, that may be another big day where they try to hit us down here pretty soon. I didn't even think of Father's Day. My dad's somewhere in Mexico. Let's see. See, hey Michael, I wish I knew I would have sold it off before they close it down. Oh, we're talking about as far as Luna. Yeah, I don't know exactly how they're doing that. The best thing you might be able to do is just transfer that over to like a Kucoin or something like that and just sell it there. But I don't know if it'd be worth the cost to move that over there. So that'd be yeah, it can be annoying sometimes on Voyager. And hey, Elmer, I had a pretty good weekend, my man. Saturday, I kind of rested the entire day, did nothing except for just play video games, sleep. I made a couple YouTube videos, and then help my mom. My mom has a cold, so I've been helping her out for most of the week here. Just a little bit of a cough one, but I'm watching her like a hawk to make sure she doesn't rip her esophagus open like she did last time she had a bad cough. But I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that was my Saturday. Then I played a bunch of video games on top of that. An hour and a half is a bunch to me. Yeah, pretty good weekend. And today and yesterday, I grilled up some brats, hamburgers, chicken, ribs, and a whole bunch of good stuff here. It was really good. Loki had a bunch of fun. Right now, Loki's sleeping on the ground. Oh, we made eye contact while he was sleeping, so he woke up. Hello. Oh, sorry. We made eye contact. I'm gonna give him a treat really fast. He was peacefully sleeping, and I had to go mention his name. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, and go. There you go. All right. And hey, D's, happy to see you back as well. I expect some recovery weeks ago. Might do just due to weekly RSI being so low, and it recovered a bit. It depends on the Nasdaq now. Oh, Chinese government will lie about the data, Mike. Well, I know they're gonna lie, but they're not gonna lie to such a crazy effect at this point in time. There's no reason for it. They usually only lie kind of like to boast up some stuff, but I don't see them. I mean, if the economic data is bad, in real life, it'll be very bad. If they say their economic data is just okay, it's bad. If they say their economic data is good, it's just okay. Does that make sense? That's how I read the the Chinese economic data, and that's always a solid way to do it. Um, and hey, Ken, what are the best apps to trade forex? Ooh, I do not know. When I traded forex, it was literally just currencies, and I traded all that on TD Ameritrade because they have a whole platform for currencies right on TD Thinkorswim platform, right? As far as apps, I would just YouTube it probably and look at some videos on it, then test it some out yourself. Hopefully, they have a way for you to kind of look around before actually signing in. But I have no idea as far as which one of the new modern apps is going to be best for currencies and trading forex. I've only ever traded forex on TD Ameritrade because it's very simple in and out type of thing. Let's see. And how so? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what time the Asian market opens up, but I know right now we're all just waiting for this information here. This won't have too much of an impact. So this might be what we're looking for. China manufacturing services activity improves but remains in contraction. Uh, so the official manufacturing purchasing managers index PMI rose to 49.6 in May, up from 47.4 in April. The official non-manufacturing PMI, which measures business sentiment in the services and construction sectors, rose to 47.8 from 41.9 in April. That's a big one, maybe because they're trying to get out of this little bit of a lockdown they have, kind of. Here we go. Activity in both China's manufacturing and services sector improved in May. Data released on Tuesday showed, but remained in contraction. That means it's getting better, but still bad, right? The official manufacturing purchases managers index (PMI) rose to 49.6 from 47.4 in April, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. Let me see. We can go through it. A reading of above 50 indicates production expansion, while a reading below that mark indicates contraction. The May figure was above the market forecast, which had predicted a reading of 48.5 according to Wind. And you can see right here, so far pretty good. And it's coming back up a little bit. I think it's just because they had to go back into that. They have a zero COVID policy over there. So every time they just seem to have another lockdown to get rid of the COVID problem. But I'm not entirely sure if that's working out the best from at this point in time, right? Let's go back over here very fast. The official non-manufacturing PMI, which measures business sentiment in the services and construction sectors, rose to 47.8 in May from 41.9 in April. That's a big jump. The official composite PMI, which okay, I'm not going to read all that. There you go. Last week, Premier Lee, I'm not going to pronounce that last name, instructed more than 100,000 officials from across China to use whatever resources they had to stabilize the economy, as COVID zero policy remains in effect. Lee admitted that China may miss the around 5.5% economic growth target that Beijing laid out early this year, after calling on officials across the country to ensure that the economic growth rate in April through June period fell within a reasonable range. Earlier last week, Beijing also unveiled a 33-point package of policy items to help get the economy back on normal track, which included vows of greater financial relief for more industries via tax refunds, tax cuts, and fee reductions. Oh, so they're lowering taxes. Oh, they're throwing some firepower at this. Countries normally don't want to lower taxes. They normally don't. Just look at us here in America. Like, some people want to raise taxes, some people want to lift up taxes, but it's hard to lower taxes because normally when you lower taxes, it helps out, like, on corporations. There's people at the very top making money off of that, right? People don't like that. In China, they're just like, chop, chop, we need this economy fixed. Let's lower taxes and see where it goes. So maybe that may be able to help us out a little bit sooner if they can get their clogged system unclogged. So I don't know what you want to call that. System unclogged. All right. Do I think a Doge will eventually form a cup and handle on a day chart if you zoom way out? I mean, I would say most likely the way it's looking now. But the thing about Doge is, in the rest of the market, that would mean that Dogecoin has to kind of do a whole bunch of nothing while Bitcoin kind of goes back up. I don't think it'd be that elegant for Dogecoin to just have a nice cup and handle. I think more likely it would just kind of look, the first half would look more like a cup like which it does now. But there'd be a time where we just start ricocheting back up and going sky high really fast, maybe without that handle coming down. Just because I think Bitcoin's not going to come back up easily. How do I say this? Bitcoin's going to be very, very choppy going back up. And we're not even sure if this next big move that Bitcoin goes up to will be an all-time high move or something what we saw back over there in 2019ish or so when let me see if I can just use one of these old charts here. We can use this GANFAN chart here. We don't have to go back that far in time. So forget all this GANFAN stuff you guys see. But remember, when we have our big moves down, actually better yet to just use this one here. When Bitcoin has its big moves down, this isn't the right chart either. Okay, bear with me. I need the Coinbase one that gives me more historical context. There we go. So for now, let's just get rid of all this stuff here. So Death Cross, Death Cross bad time, Death Cross bad time. We've talked about this a lot. Well, sometimes when we have a big move, sometimes we just go up to here and we die back down. Because usually what we're waiting for is a big halving, where Bitcoin become Bitcoin. Jesus, guys, my voice today. Bitcoin becomes a little bit more valuable just because of the halving cycle and whatnot. So sometimes we have these really big parabolic booms, right? But sometimes after, this is rare, but sometimes after coming back down, we only have a little bit of a pump, then we die down for a little bit longer before it's starting up a big, the big moves that we like to see. Came down here, big move, but this time we only went up so much percent. Then we had another capitulation. Then we started to kind of start up this cycle here again. And so I'm wondering if over the next few months, next couple quarters, next few quarters, if Bitcoin will just come back up here to like 50,000, maybe even all the way up here to 55,000, and then get rejected, and then we'll have to go through maybe another capitulation or just kind of a dieback time. and then we might take it more months after that, and then that'll be the big rally here. I don't know if there's them. I don't know if there's enough money in people's pockets at this moment in time with all these high inflationary prices to really cause Bitcoin to go like this and just woo like that. I think Bitcoin's more likely to maybe come back over here eventually, come back down, and then go like that. But a lot of board moves over here. People are just going to get tired of Bitcoin. They're not going to be focusing on it because there's usually some periods in there where, only the diehard crypto people are interested in what's going on. The majority is just like, oh, I'll come back to it when it becomes exciting, because those people are usually the FOMO guys that start buying up here, 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 and when everybody else kind of bought down here or they bought down here, and the diehards are just kind of waiting and watching. The FOMO people tend to come in at this point in time, and then those are the people that usually are the most panicked during these types of big moves or these types of big moves here, which is okay because this is absolutely crazy, right? Like last year was absolutely nuts. Back over here though, let's just keep some of those basic support levels up right now. In fact, I could drop this down just a little bit there. Yeah. We're hoping Bitcoin can get above those Ganfeng levels. If so, our next resistance is around $33,000. All right, what am I looking at here? Here. There we go. All right. The market started moving up the day after Davos event ended. It usually does because everybody gets reaffirmed, like, okay, maybe we need to start pumping some more money in there. Davos is full of rich snobs. Always has been, always will. I wouldn't mind being a rich snob at Davos and just like being a fly on those walls. It'd be pretty interesting to hear what they talk about. I'm looking to short Doge for more coins. What is a good resistance to consider? I'm thinking of 0.95 or 0.11 for Dogecoin. I would think closer to 0.9 personally. And hey, the Cloud Boy, see you later. Hey, Ken, would you short USD in Q4? It depends on what you're trying to short it up against, but primarily once inflation comes under control, that's when I'd probably start to short the USD. So I would probably start to short it. This would be a longer term play if you're trying to short the USD. If inflation can get under control by next winter, like by Q4, then yeah, I would start to short it. But you'd have to be willing to like you'd be taking a loss for a while before it eventually dumped, and then once we no longer need that. But because in preparation for a potential recession, now the Federal Reserve is going to have a bunch of ammo. So if we do go into recession next year for whatever reason, then all of a sudden, through all the ammo, we're going to lower rates after raising them all of a sudden, and that's going to be the opportunity for you to short the USD, short the dollar. Any interest in Ergo long term? Their team seems pretty solid and not in it for the money, but want to build a solid layer one. I have no idea what Ergo is. Let me take a quick peek at it here very fast. I'll just look at it very quickly as far as the market cap is concerned. It's up 9%, kind of a good pump. Up 80 million market cap. That's not bad at all. What is it? Powering the future of finance. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, just from looking at the website here, I'd probably do some more research on it. This seems like something I would want to learn more about, and it seems like the market cap is low enough where I'd be happy to buy that and just kind of put in a couple $100 into it. So yeah, I'd have to read some more white paper information there. But if the developers are good, they don't care too much about the money. I want them to care about money a little bit here. But as long as they have a plan, they've been executing it pretty well. If you guys listen to their AMAs and stuff like that, they're the weekly updates of what's actually been going on. If they have that type of stuff going down right now, I'd be happy to invest in them. Let's see, do I see any green for crypto for the whole week? Um, if we can get above this blue line here on the right chart that you guys are looking at, if we can get above that, I'd be happy to see. I'd be happy to see us go up towards at least 33,000. Anything above 33,000 will be more of a surprise for me. But the Nasdaq's been kind of popping up, and that's what we thought might happen on Friday when the Nasdaq was popping. We thought maybe Bitcoin would pop, or I thought maybe Bitcoin would pop, and it turns out Bitcoin did absolutely nothing except for go down. So in my mind, this is Bitcoin just catching up to the Nasdaq. I think tomorrow will be very important to see which way we go. It looks like the China data. Excuse me. Um, to me, the China data doesn't seem that bad. So I think the market should open up green unless we have some type of bad news coming out tomorrow. And then from there, I think the Bitcoin should have a boost enough to get above and hold above this Ganfin level here, going from the 2021 lows. And hey, Knuckle, do you honestly think we're on a run up? No, we're still in a bear market. We are still in a bear market right now. I was talking about if something like good did happen, that's what it would look like, and I don't think it's going to happen. No. Ask anybody on this channel. I'm pretty bearish on Bitcoin still, unfortunately here. But I am always open to the opportunity that the Nasdaq and therefore Bitcoin could have a bear market rally, and that'd be good enough for me to open up some new short positions in the crypto space. Um, And hey, you're watching How's Your Luna, Mike? I sold all of my Luna at $8 and it continued to run, so I was kind of upset about that. But it's definitely done pretty good. I bought my Luna around like $5.50, sold it at $8. I was pretty happy with the returns. All I did was kind of it took less than like 24 hours, I think, of me owning it, maybe 20, 36 hours, something like that, for me to make a quick little buck off of Luna. So I'm pretty happy with it. But it's been going pretty wild so far. I haven't looked at it in a minute here though. What is Luna's price? It's down. It's up to $8.82, so it's down about 4.5% in the last 2 hours. Not too bad. That's usually something you just want to hop on in, and when it pumps, it pumps. There you go. Hey, D's, ready to go to Nicaragua? Oh God, I've been ready to go to Nicaragua for a while. I'm not going to go until next year though. I'm not moving until next fall because that's my sister's going to college next fall, and so I want to say my goodbyes to her and then kind of get everything ready up. And I want to cross my T's and dot my I's before going over there. I need to make sure like Loki has a pet passport now. I'm making sure everything is good. I have the context. I'm gonna try to become more friendly with people in Nicaragua as far as the not the political class, but like the embassy people. So if when I move down there, I don't have any problems. I have a lot of help. I've been getting into a lot of expat groups that have people that live in Nicaragua. I'm I want to make sure this move is like as simple as possible. I don't want to stress about anything. And then on top of that, the last thing that's going to be the hardest is for me to get Loki down there because he's a dog, and you know, during certain times of year, dogs aren't allowed to travel on planes, depending on the location. So I'm making sure all that stuff is taken care of because I'm not going to move down there without Loki. Unless I could probably save up enough for a private plane to take me down there or something like that. Oh, man. Prepare to short crude oil, bro. It's too expensive, right? I've been watching crude oil pretty closely over the last few weeks. My oil stocks have been doing pretty well here. That's the only thing I've really been holding on to. Um, let's go to watch list here. Where's oil? There we go. Remember, guys, oil's up to $117 right now. I know we don't talk about it that much because it kind of hasn't been doing anything since then, but we're starting to curl back up here. And I know you guys have probably been hearing it on the news for the last few weeks now that gas prices continue to go higher and higher and higher. Well, I mean, we're on the verge of just going whoo back up to the 120s level for oil. So just be prepared for that, guys. We're at 117 right now. Just a few days ago, we were back up here at the high of we had a high of $129. You know, we can get back up to the 120s fairly easy from here and possibly get up to the 130s, 140s if things get really, really bad. So just get prepared for that. I'm surprised how fast it's actually coming back up. I was just telling my mom today that I'm planning on us going to an Airbnb on the beach this summer. I'm going to take me, my sister, and my mom out. Nice little house on the beach. I don't know where yet, but somewhere that allows a dog. And so I'm really excited about that. But I was like, she's like, what about the gas prices? And I was like, what about it? I'm like, I don't usually don't care about gas prices, right? But it'll be interesting to see how much it costs. I'm going to tell you guys how much that trip cost me as far as gas. It'll only be like a few hours there, a few hours back, with a few hours of driving inside the cities and stuff like that on the coast. But here's the weekly chart. Since COVID, we're coming back up bit by bit. Here's 2020. November of 2020 got really low. After that, started to bounce back up a little bit here. As soon as we broke back above that 200 weekly moving average, somewhere over here in February of 2021, the gas price just started going up and up and up and up, and we haven't been this high really since 2011, but more realistically, since we already broke these levels, we haven't really been this high since 2008, and we're getting back up to those levels right now. So, be prepared for it. Here's U.S. oil monthly chart, right? We're not used to being this high, but as long as there's a great demand for gasoline and things of that nature, we should continue to have increased gas prices. Remember, normally gas prices go up in the summer. So that's what you're normally looking for. Let me see right here. 2015, 2000, what is this? 2008, yeah. Just little peaks here that we don't really enjoy watching at this moment in time. But hopefully they can figure it out. The thing right now, though, is we're making a lot of gas in the United States. We do produce a lot of gas. We're just selling it out of the country, so it's not really going into the consumer stockpile for what Americans use. So until maybe some of that type of stuff is changed up, you could expect high gas prices for the foreseeable future here. And I don't think it's going to help at all. Remember, I think it was. Let me see. I remember something about Biden releasing the oil reserves. I'm not going to read the article, but I do. Let's see. Biden administration launches plan to refill the emergency oil reserve. Oh, well, this isn't good either. Oh, geez. So basically, it seems like what they did here is they gave we have strategic oil reserves for America, right? Well, we were letting some of that oil go to get refined so it'd help out the gas prices. As you can see, it really didn't work because it's a drop in the bucket to like how much oil is really needed, right? But what looks like it actually happened there is because they depleted some of the reserves, not 100% of it, but probably a decent chunk, maybe 20 to 30%. I'm not entirely sure. But they had to buy it back, which means they're now adding to the demand side of the equation when it comes to gas prices. So that's interesting. I didn't think they would do it so fast because that kind of negates all the good they just did. Yeah. Bureaucracies are weird, people. Bureaucracies are just not something I enjoy talking about. The logic that they have is just, yeah. There we go. Oh, that's not what I want. I want the 1 minute chart. But right now, guys, we're still good to go up a little bit more. It seems like here we may just be taking a little bit of a breather to see if we can get back above this Ganfan level here. If we don't get above it, things will get pretty bad. But I think it'd be better to wait till tomorrow before we expect another huge move out of Bitcoin. It could always come sooner because we have whales, but just my 2 cents here. Glass Joe in a mood tonight. Let's see. And hey, Knuckle Buster, a member of yours was in Jordan. Oh yeah. We talk about Jordan a lot. He's like good at technicals, but he's also entertaining. I am not entertaining, but he is good at. I would say good at technicals here. But I've watched his stream quite a few times, and he has an entertaining side to himself that I wish I had, but I can't be fake, so I can't be that exciting. What do you call? But I know that I know he has a good channel. Oil going down hard when the peace is done. I think so. I think that you will see the oil coming down pretty soon. If the war ends, but Russia's been doing pretty darn well despite all this war stuff. Their economy has held up a lot stronger than I thought. Like a lot stronger than I thought, and I think it's because of how they have the energy power over some countries in Europe. You're even seeing a little bit of disunity between Hungary and the rest of the EU. They want to have the oil, and they don't want to get the oil from anywhere else but Russia. Or that's kind of the sense I got from it. Not because they really want to, but because they need to. America is broke paying high taxes so we can hand out money to other countries that don't like us. Yeah, in some respects, yeah. I mean, I'm moving over to Nicaragua next year. I'm going to live my life. I like America. I love America. I will be back here all the time. However, just, I my money, like, I make decent money here and I could live in Seattle comfortably, but I could live like royalty if I moved to Nicaragua, and that's something I really would like to have. You only live once. Excuse me. And should I use Kucoin as a Canadian? I'm still fairly inexperienced in crypto and I don't trade much. Yes, so what I would do is I have a link below if you want to use it, but I would go over to Kucoin, and then as long as when you hop on their front page, they don't, what do you want to call it? They don't have that little pop up that says, "Hey, we don't serve you in this country." Then yeah, I would recommend using Kucoin. I use Kucoin. I use BitGet. I've heard Bytebit's a good one as well. Binance US, Binance, right, is also a good one. FTX can be good if you have the capital for it. So yeah, so those are a bunch of a good amount of platforms if you want to give them a try. But I think if you're trying to use leverage, BitGet and Kucoin are going to be my top two for now. But specifically BitGet, if they allow you to trade in Canada, just because they have that paper trading. I love being able to paper trade. I think Kucoin has it too. I just haven't found it because I haven't looked for it actually. But give it a shot. Test it out with a little bit of money at first, and be very, very careful when you guys are first learning how to do leverage. People get wrecked in leverage if they go too hard too fast. And then Uncle Boss was right on, Joe. I don't want none. Homie. Oh man. And hey, Michael, appreciate it, Knuckle Buster. I appreciate it, my man. And oh, guys, I'm hoping pretty soon that YouTube gives me some memberships to give away for you guys. Because I'm thinking like maybe once a week I give away 5 memberships, like Ruby level memberships, something like that. Maybe once a week or once a week I do 1 membership. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm still waiting for it to come, and I'm still waiting for it. What's right here? And what's right there? And hey, Patrick, was the Doge 2-hour last candle a bearish engulfing candle pattern? Hold on. No, it doesn't look like it to me right now. It does look bearish, but I wouldn't say it's engulfing. You could say it, I guess. I'll say yes in this circumstance, but just be careful because even though this does look bearish, my one concern about using candlestick patterns on anything but Bitcoin or Ethereum usually is because all Bitcoin has to do is do something a little bit wild, which it does quite a bit, and then what's going to happen is boom, boom, you see Dogecoin having a pop as well. So yeah, I could see it. Yeah, I can kind of see it, but you're going to be hoping that Bitcoin comes down here as well. But yeah, I could see it here. I could see it. It's not as engulfing enough, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but it doesn't have that big enough move that I want to see. But yeah, I think it's fine. My one concern here, as far as like the bearish part of it, you do see a couple golden crosses here, golden crosses on the 3-hour, golden crosses on the 4-hour happening. So I think if anything, it's more of a short-term move. Overall, still looking fairly bullish until Bitcoin can manage to break down below, or excuse me, Dogecoin can break down below right around here, which I think, I don't know when it's going to happen because right now Bitcoin's just trying to break out above the Gann levels here to kind of make a little bit of a flashier pop, so to speak. I'd be fine with trading Dogecoin until it broke down below this level, unless Bitcoin was looking okay and it still broke down, because then all we would see is a little bit of sideways action before moving back up, which has been happening a lot more than I would like to admit this time. Normally, when a nice bull market or something like that, or even a bear market, after having a nice little run up, when we break down, we tend to come down quite a bit. There's been a lot of times over the last few weeks that's been pretty annoying where we break down, but instead of breaking down out of the upward trend and going into a downward trend, we're going back into a sideways trend and then just finding another reason to go into an upwards trend, if that makes sense. Yeah, so been kind of annoying, but yeah, I could see it. That's not what I need there. I'm just waiting for later on this week because I want to see what happened to Johnny Depp and see if he's going to be found innocent or guilty. I normally don't even care for these trials, but something about this trial was much more entertaining than anything else I ever watched. Probably because I don't have cable. I just have tons of streaming services. Um, oh, and Slime says the L Bank exchange is good for futures. There you go as well, guys. And Seattle is interesting. Saw the first Starbucks experience Pike Place Market and people in the alleyways shooting needles all at a That is Seattle. That is Seattle. I used to live in downtown Seattle. Paid $3,000 plus a month for rent. And you know, as soon as you walk outside the building, it's a whole different place. They are cleaning it up. They are doing a good job of cleaning it up. They legitimately. We got a new mayor and everything. The last mayor didn't want to rerun. We had like a progressive and a more moderate Democrat because that's all you can have in Seattle. And the moderate guy won, and he's been cleaning up and kicking people off. So it's been interesting to kind of watch the whole Seattle change thing, so to speak. But I live in the suburbs now, so I don't got to worry about such things. And nobody looks at me out here when I have a gun, like my rifle or anything like that. In the city, if you have a weapon, people just look at you very weirdly, and I'm like, okay, yeah. But yeah, it can be fun. And Hades, oh yeah, he kind of goes a little bit, talks about a little bit what I was talking about as well. Don't do Doge technical solely, bro. We have a test that, but if Bitcoin not going up or down or hard, Doge also not doing that, yeah. That's my one concern. My brain doesn't operate like that anymore as far as following certain technicals on particular coins. The technicals that I really trust the majority of the time are the really long-term support levels that coins have. Those are pretty darn important. And then I tend to trust out Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I do look at technicals for coins or altcoins quite a bit, but it's usually on these like multi-month levels of support, and when we break down below those levels, it's like the easiest opportunity to buy shorts, open short positions. So a good example of this over the past few weeks here, there was three of them that we talked about. First one was Dogecoin. Second one was Dogelon, and the other one I think was FTM, but FTM happened a while before everything else. So if we go over here to the weekly chart, here's FTM. Multi-month, support level, right? This one, and then we also had this one. And this one this is a weekly chart, so we broke down 147 days. But as soon as we broke down below it, here we can even go down to the 4-hour chart when it happened. Because I was using the 4-hour chart when I opened up my position. We broke down below it here, I shorted it right here. It was looking good. I didn't panic on this one because I felt like Bitcoin was going down too. Waited around a little bit of time, and then boom, crash. Coming down, right? Crash below this one too. You could short here, or like what we talk about, there's usually a rebound to test it out after going for more of a positive angle trend line. You could short there or here. I tend to short here and just kind of live with it if it comes back up because I'm usually expecting it to come down more, right? Happen again. And the other one we looked at was Dogecoin. I don't know if I saw the technicals here. Yeah, right there. Now this is a whole bunch of simple lines, so don't expect much out of this, guys. But the main thing I wanted you guys to take a peek at here is this. Same thing. Up. Multi-months. We started it off here February 24th. Oh, maybe not months, but a while. And when we finally broke down below it, boom. And the big thing you guys are going to be looking for on a lot of these types of coins the next time we have a big breakdown here is this. What's the easy way to explain this? If there is a coin that is kind of staying steady or just going down 1 to 3%, while Bitcoin's down 5-10%, that's a coin that you want to short well before it even comes into contact with this line. Because Dogecoin was all the way over here while Bitcoin was like in the middle of crashing, right? So it held on for a while, and then all of a sudden, plop. If you guys can short kind of around here, you're going to be much better off. But you got to give yourself some room to breathe in case it takes like a day or two before it eventually falls down to catch up with Bitcoin. Because nothing. What did I say a couple of weeks ago when before the crashes really started? Like I told you guys, if Bitcoin crashes, nothing is going to be safe. And it looked like FTM was safe for a second. It looked like Dogecoin was not FTM. It looked like Dogecoin was safe for just a second. It looked like Elon was safe for just a second. But as soon as they break down below their levels, it's game over. Here's Dogelon Mars all the way over here from January 22nd. Nice level of support. Again, as soon as it breaks down, the easiest shorts you can do. but you have to be able to see that, Bitcoin's crashing, Bitcoin's not having a good time, but this isn't doing anything. Why isn't that, right? And then once it starts to catch up, then you hop on for the ride, short, and let's say you had a 5x leverage play, something kind of simple, and a lot of newbies use 5x leverage, right? If you short at the breakdown, let's just give it a little bit of time, like a few percent below the breakdown, and you were to stop, like, let's say not at the very bottom because that can be hard, but let's just say kind of where things got started to, after the close of the first green candle. I think that's probably the best way to do this right here, right? You would have made about 45%. So that's like 45% times 5. I'm bad at math, as you guys know. So 45 times 5. 225% for just holding for a few days. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. A lot of people would kill for 225%. And of course, if you had 10x leverage, that changes it up a little bit. That makes it to 450%. If you had 15x leverage, then you'd be up to 675%. So you can see how you can make money off of those big drops. You just got to be careful that you guys have enough money in your margin account so you guys don't get liquidated just because of the volatility levels of the particular coin that you're trading. But it'll give you normally alerts or something like that if you don't have enough money. But yeah, that's what I love. I absolutely love looking at stuff like that. But it usually takes a while for us to find stuff that good. And let's go back over here. There we go. I had a thing of apple juice. I drank said thing of apple juice. Now I have it as a water bottle because my mom stole all of my water bottles. Ooh, brain freeze incoming. All right, there you go. What's it here? Oh, and hey, Patrick, I'm glad I had a good Memorial Day as well, man. I appreciate it. Um, hope you did. Sorry, I hope you did as well. Sorry, my day is all over the place, guys. I've been busy today, um, but I did have a good Memorial Day. I hope JD wins. I want to see woke media cries. I am surprised how many of these media sites are siding with Amber Heard or trying to make it seem like it's somehow an even playing field. Amber Heard, I think somebody just said it as well. Zucker said Amber Heard was a train wreck. I mean, it was worse than a train wreck. Guys, I need to go somewhere and just start using, hey, I'm going to go to Starbucks tomorrow, and I'll be like, hey, I pledge to pay $5 for this coffee. Or here it's like $8 for the coffee. I pledge to give you $8 for the coffee. Can I have my coffee now? And just do it like that. They'll get a kick out of it. I pledge to give you $5, $10 for coffee. I pledge to do it. I have never heard of something so ridiculous in my life. It was also, it was hilarious though when I heard it in real time. And hey, Michael, is grunge music over yet? No. You know what? You know what I did one time? I went to listen to a whole bunch of grunge music bands at night, and then there was some like really nice cheese store open up like at 10 o'clock. We were taking a little bit of a break, and I just had a whole bunch of fancy cheese that was made in Washington and Oregon. I forget what's in downtown Seattle. And then me and my friends did that, and we went back to going to grunge music. It is the weirdest Seattle thing you could do. Find cheeses that are really, really good, like out of this world good, and then just go to grunges. Seattle has a unique personality. Where you see people in tech or, the class barriers are kind of globbed up a little bit. They're kind of crushed together. But at the same time, your social group is still within your class group, I think, for the most part. Like, a lot of my techie friends all only know techie people, right? Stuff like that. But yeah, there's a weird little thing going on in Seattle as far as, like, grunge versus tech kind of mashing up together into this nice little weird thing that we like to say is Seattle. Like watching a car accident, it's terrible, but it's fascinating and it's down, twisted away, and you can't look away. Oh my gosh, it's so much better than NASCAR crashes. Oh gosh. And hey, Aaron, happy to see you, my man. Good to see you tonight. Happy Memorial Day. I bought 10 Luna at $5, hoping long term to see how it does. More of a fun you'll play. Let's see at almost at $11 today. I bought it a couple days ago as well for $5 and like 50 cents or so, a little bit less than that. I sold it at $8. Then I just looked at it go past $9, then past $10, and almost to $11. Now it's just like, should have just held it. That's what I tell you guys all the time. But I was like, you know what? I like this money. What I was doing is actually, I wanted to buy some coins today, and so I needed a few extra $100 to kind of match my daily update thing without having to transfer using Tron or whatever. And so let me just sell this off, and I'll have enough money. It was like a couple $1,000. And I was like, sure, because I made a good amount of profit off of Luna by buying around $5.50, selling around $8. So I was happy with it. But I ended up buying some really low market cap metaverse coins today on BitGet and Kucoin. A lot more on BitGet, I think, though. Stuff like Spell Token, which I've been looking at over the past few weeks. And hey, Rohit, please see waves for me. Waves target. Right now, it depends on what you mean by target, because we're still in a very bearish market right now. Waves is up 113%. It's up, it's number 54. It's had a nice little bounce. It's up to $1 billion market cap. I have some of this, actually, but I didn't really think it was going to pop like this. Yeah, market cap has jumped back up. This is probably going to be something that I'm going to enjoy shorting. Yeah, look at this, guys. I mean, you can see right here. It's had a nice little bump over the last 24 hours. So it's gone from like $4 up to 10. It's done. Oh, let me just show you this right here. It's done stuff like this before. I'm probably gonna sell mine off. Be frank. I'm already seeing a shoulder ahead and a potential shoulder playing out right here. So, or maybe you guys can see this. I don't use these too much because I think they're weird. But where is it at? There you go. Oh. So, oh Jesus, this is why I don't use this tool. It is so annoying. I'll go to magnet. Left shoulder. Okay, there's nowhere to from it. Yeah, okay, whatever. You guys can see the shoulder, the head and shoulders being formed here right now. I would say it's probably best to sell this unless it gets a big spike. I'm not too concerned about it though. This is a long-term hold for me, but I'm probably just going to sell it to buy back more waves down below. Price target though, if it, for whatever reason it continues to move up even higher, I think a good strong level of resistance, I don't see it getting back above anytime soon, is probably around $12 or so, coming into contact with a 50-day moving average as far as this old level of support we had all the way back here in May 3rd, earlier this month. That's what I'd be really looking for as a major level of support. Over the next few minutes, though, I'm looking at this on a 5-minute chart, or I don't know what chart I was looking at here. What chart was I looking at? Was this a 1-minute chart? Oh, there's a head and shoulders on the 1-minute chart. That kind of changes stuff up a little bit. Let me see. 5 minutes, not looking too good as well, but I might make a little bit of a pennant or something. 15-minute, taking a breather. Yeah, I'd be careful. It looks like it wants to come down a little bit more, maybe back down to $9 or so before making a stronger move back up here. Hopefully, if it wants to stay pretty bullish here going forward as far as day traders are concerned, I would like it to stay above the low of the last 15-minute candle, which is about $9.35. If it can stay above that, then maybe you can start a series of higher lows here and then try to break out above that. Kind of similar to what Bitcoin did just a few, on the daily chart here. I was going to make a video about it last night, but then I realized it was like 9 o'clock, and I was like, nobody's going to watch this video, and I probably should have just made it. But my main thing I was going to tell you guys about yesterday was, it was yesterday afternoon. I don't know. But I was talking about how if you wanted to buy some Bitcoin, you'd be best to wait to see if we can break out of this lower high thing right here. And we managed to do it yesterday, and then of course today we had the big move, but it was still kind of risky just because of how Bitcoin's been kind of boring over the last few days here, of course. Let me go back over here to the one auto. There we go. But be careful with waves. Right now, it seems like it's in a head and shoulders pattern, specifically on the 1 minute. On the 5 and 15, it's a little overbought. It might need to come down for a little bit of a breather, unless there's enough volume there. It seems like there's a few things popping off today, and when a few things pop off, it means that all that money is not targeted towards making one particular coin kind of run up, and that's what you're really hoping for, usually. But today is definitely not one of those days here. We got Luna popping off, we got the waves popping off, and there's a few other ones. ASX, I think, was popping off a while ago as well. Some good pops. All right, here. When she said, when you buy the house, you don't buy the whole house, I have never seen such bull before, and I also buy Southern houses. Yeah, it was interesting for sure. And hey, Aaron, why, Michael, what low market cap coins do you have? Do you have mentioned spell any other low market cap coins you're buying? Need a few more good small plays? Here, let me go over some of the ones I've been buying, especially today. Or I guess it was yesterday. I didn't expect a big pop to come off today, so I'm happy with how some of those coins are working out. So I did the same thing I told you guys about before, except for what I did is, 500 million. I told you guys if you guys can go down as low as a billion. 500 million is usually what I like to go down below. Apply filter. Price. I did under a nickel yesterday. I wanted to kind of open up myself up a little bit more. Oh, okay, but show results. So some of the coins I've bought so far are Hot, IOTX, IOST. I have not bought Anchor. I thought about it, but I just haven't felt like buying it just yet. Something about it just irks me. I don't know why. Have not bought Just. I don't know why I don't like Just. Raven Coin, I bought some, not much. Coin, yes. Dogecoin Mars, heavy in that one right now. I'm banking on that having a big pop on next altcoin season, hoping that Elon Musk can still stay very popular. So this is not a play based off of technicals. This is not a play based off of a little bit technicals, but not really one that's based off of fundamentals of what they're trying to do. This is more of like they have a popular coin that has Elon's name in it. Elon has a huge fan base. I think that as Elon's fan base grows and how he overtakes Twitter, all this yada yada stuff, I think that's going to be big for Dogecoin Mars. 100% meme play. I'm not really concerned about what their utility is. Terra Classic USTC. Yeah, that's a hard no right there for me. Ape NFT no. Casper no. What else about? Bought a good amount of Telecoin, good amount of Spell Token. Fruits, I bought a good amount of that. Radio Kaka, I finally bought some of that. I don't know why I bought it, but I just thought it would be fun to buy some. Just because I like saying Radio Kaka. There's no other reason. Fun Token, but Radio Kaka, only a $100 investment. Fun Token, I bought a little bit of that. TLM, none. Stormex, heavy into Stormex. DEAP coin, no. Revan, no. VThor token, no. Verge, no. Oh, yes, sorry, yes. XVG, yes, I bought that. Reef, no. Alchemy, no. Quack Chain, no. Something, no. Meta Hero, yes. Nest Protocol, no. Movie Block, yes. I'm interested to see what they can do as far as entertainment stuff. Let me see if I can show this to you guys very fast. Small market cap, 74 million. All these plays I'm telling you guys about, these are low market cap coins that are very high risk, but I think the risk is worth it. So let me just say that before I keep on going on with these coins. They're not the normal stuff. But, I'm interested to see what these guys can do with this type of thing, this type of platform here, so to speak. Here, maybe I can just tell you guys what about it. Showcase your movie globally. You can create a subtitle with your language and allow more audiences to enjoy the movie, right? So I think it's interesting, and I think as time goes on, everybody, I think there are going to be advancements in the way that people make their own movies. So I can imagine a ragtag group of friends, and within 10, 15 years, making a nice Hollywood type of hit, just using some nicer cameras. Maybe like my camera right there is $2,000. I think you could film a movie with that one. It's a what is it called? Black Magic. No, Black Magic. I think it says literally something like Cinema K. Yeah, it says Cinema Camera. Now, I'm sure there are many more better cameras than this on the market. I'm sure of it. But, I wouldn't be surprised if in the future people use cameras like this with some top tier editing, like Adobe Premiere, whatever it may be. I don't want to say that top tier editing, but some good editing stuff. They can make their own movies and they could try to monetize those own movies on Web3 and stuff of that nature. I'd be very happy to see some of that stuff, right? I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but I want to have some type of investment in that, which is the main reason I invest in that one in particular. Anything else here? Safe Moon, I've stayed away from. Everpedia IQ, I invest like $30 into that, not really much at all. I was kind of more of a YOLO. UFO Gaming, I put like $500 into it. Starlink, I put like $500 into that one as well. Anything else here? Shiba Predator, no. Linear Finance, I actually tossed in about a couple $100 into this one. I'm hoping they can get some partnerships in there as well. Anything else that I really am interested in? Some of these coins aren't the same ones on the second page because I guess some coins had a bigger run-ups today. No. Anything else here? Let me just double check. I bought some of this Bitforex token right here, kind of an exchange token that we've talked about a few times here. Um, Redcoin, no. Bitcoin, yes. Shiro, no, but I'm thinking about it. Somebody talked to me about this other day, but it seems like it's just been going down and down and down. Townstar, no. There's one more I bought in here. I don't know what it is though. Anything on the third page here? This is where it starts getting more like really picky about what I go for. So I'm not going to be really looking at much stuff here. Um, no, good. Maybe there was nothing on this page I actually bought. Hmm. Nope, I don't think there's anything on this page I bought. There was something I bought on page 5, but I know since this popped, there's been a lot more stuff that's been moving up and down. It looks like. Um, no. Oh yeah, here's one. Deep Brain Chain. I bought some of this. Um, $50 worth, so not much. Not much at all, guys. Not much at all. Um, oh, the website's not even working. Well, shit. See, I don't even know. This one was a while ago though, so I'm probably down on this position. But where is the website? Hold on a second here. Okay, there it is. Okay, I looked at the website before I bought it. That's what was confusing me. I never actually bought a coin that didn't have a website attached. Um, Here, let me see if I can show you this without going into video. The world's largest AI computing network, Deep Brain Chain Computing Network, is a completely open and open source network. Blah blah blah. But yeah, so I'm interested to see if this will have more of a partnership. It's more of a partnership play than anything else. But I'm hoping they can do something with it. It's a YOLO bet, but of course, what did I just say? The market cap is like $3 million, $4 million. Yeah, I think I bought it at like $6 million or something like that. So it's down quite a bit. But all it has to do is like get a few more $1 million, and I'll be back to breaking even. But yeah, those are some of the plays right there that I've been looking at. But usually, you guys know what I look at as far as long-term bets. If I'm going into the high-risk type of coins, not the low risk, not the medium risk, high risk, low market cap of under $500 million. You want to be looking at a price of under a penny. Usually, you can go under 5 cents. You can even go under $1. You can even go $100. That's all to what you guys might like to do, right? And then on top of that, you guys want to check out the website and make sure that it has some type of utility. If it doesn't have utility, it has to have some type of meme factor to it, which would draw people into it, like how I like Doge on Mars, right, like that. All right. I was in college all that time, so I'm still stuck in the grunge era. There's still a massive grunge scene in Seattle as far as I'm concerned. It's nice. You got to go. It's not downtown Seattle by any stretch, but it's kind of more the Ballard types of areas. But it's nice. Um, that's right here. And hey, Trev, Waves did have a good move today. Very very good move. Any chance that Doge on Mars is the Mars token that you can mine on the new Tesla Pi phone? Um, I don't know. Probably not, but I'm not entirely sure. I have no idea what that is as of yet. But I can try to look into it. I think. Well, let me move this down. I don't want YouTube to get mad if I have a video or something playing behind me, and Loki's not gonna get me anytime soon. Um, I. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm buying Doge on Mars just because I think as Elon gets more and more famous, I think he will keep that coin relevant throughout any bad bear market conditions. Just because if Elon says something, boom, there's an opportunity to make some money off of it, right? Um, how do you find commodities like coffee? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like in terms of crypto or just like buying stuff? Seattle has a bunch of coffee places, and I mean a bunch. Every once in a while, I go on what you might call a coffee pilgrimage, where throughout the day I take the morning train to Seattle, and throughout the whole day I just walk around Seattle and I go buy a whole bunch of coffee beans, and I take them back here. I make a couple cups of espresso out of them to see if I like them, and if I like them, I'll buy more. If I don't like them, I just give them away to friends. Usually just family members. Actually, like my mom likes espresso, stuff like that. That's usually what I do as far as coffee. But I have that like 500 something, $600 espresso machine over there, plus an expensive grinder and all that type of stuff. I like my espresso made just how I like it. Some cream and some milk inside of it. It's beautiful. I like frothing my own milk. It's really really good. I actually I have to just scale my coffee machine, my espresso machine here sometime later on this week. I had just bought some descaler for it. I do it like once every quarter. And there you go. And hey, Pinto, ETFs. What about ETFs? Wait, yeah, what about ETFs? Well, let me know what you meant, Pinto. Let me go over here very fast. Is that looking okay? I think that is looking okay right now. There we go. All right. But if any of you guys have any questions, please let me know. What is it, 7:30? Yeah, we still got some time here left over. It seems like Bitcoin's having some trouble just getting above this Ganfeng level. And if you guys want to add some of these Ganfeng levels onto your charts before I start answering some more of you guys' questions, the Ganfeng level that we're using right now, there's a few of them. Wait, wait a second. Is that one? No. It's so weird. Okay. Let's go to the daily charts. It's a negative 45 degree 2-to-1 Ganfeng level using the lows of the 2021 June 21st and going up to the highs of the 69,000 that we saw in last year, right? So that's that 2-to-1 Ganfeng line that's coming down here. That's our level of resistance at this moment in time. If we go back in time just a little bit here, just kind of following this line, sometimes it's been important like support here. Sometimes we've gotten a little bit more choppy with it, just like we've went over this period of time. Some resistance here, but when we haven't touched it for a while, it seems to be a little bit more of a level of resistance in the short term. So you can see some resistance here. Maybe if I went to the 5, you'd see a little bit tapping on it as well. But at this moment in time, I think it's something that we can get back above without too much trouble. It may just take 2 or 3 attempts, and that kind of times itself up pretty well with the way the market could be running later on this morning, right? So I could see us, I mean, really, what is it? It's been 2.5 hours. I mean, I would say like give it like another 25 minutes or so, and after that, you might have a good opportunity for a whale to come in here and try to pump us back up a little bit. Here's a 1 hour chart. You can see how we're trying to find a little bit of bottom here. If I'm looking at this in the short term, no, that's not going to become too helpful. Maybe I'd look to sell it somewhere around here, around 32,186, or sell around 32,426. Yeah, but we are gearing up for another move here. It's just, do we have the power to break through the Fibonacci extension here and the Fibonacci, the Ganfeng levels? I think we do. At this point in time, guys, we've just had like what 8-9 red weeks. There's going to be some buying pressure here, and what do we talk about a lot on the channel? You're going to see a lot of people on Twitter saying this was the bottom. This is the absolute bottom. So they're going to get a little bit of FOMO in here for people to start buying up a lot of these coins. Now, personally, I don't think it's the bottom, but I've been wrong before. We'll have to wait and see. But as I look at this right now, I could easily see people looking at this move right here, seeing how we just had a massive drop. I could easily see people looking at some Twitter posts and be like, oh my God, maybe this is the bottom. I need to buy in before it's too late. And they buy and they pump it up just a little bit more, probably up to like $33,000 or so, $32,800-ish, $900, right? Around that level. And I'll be interested to see where it goes on after that. Hopefully for us tomorrow, though, we have the market being green. If that is the case, I think Bitcoin should go back to correlating with the NASDAQ, and that'd be nice to see. Right here, the Dow, everything up, only a tiny amount are we up, but still, that's nice. The NASDAQ is up more than anything else right now, besides oil. Oil is just popping up still. So get ready for higher gas prices, of course. Ooh, somebody does not like Bitcoin right now. There we go. All right. And hey, you're watching How's the Yard Going, Mike? The yard is a pain. It's been so wet, so rainy that I haven't been able to lay down any of the stuff I want to. I bought like two big things of ant bait to kill off the ant hills, but I haven't been able to do it yet because there's no ants because there's no rain. So it's a pain in the butt. I'm hoping it gets fixed up here pretty soon though. And there we go. We could put this on the second chart here. There we go. A little bit more action for you. Can you look at commodities like coffee futures to watch stocks like Starbucks? I don't usually use coffee prices to predict Starbucks prices. Normally, what I do is technicals, and what I'm looking for in particular, Patrick, is I'm looking at usually their competition and kind of that's kind of weird for Starbucks. So a lot of times when I'm trading the stuff I normally look at, I'll take a peek at this. Is like the Microsofts, the Apples, the Starbucks, the Lowe's, the Home Depots. At the beginning of the year or whenever they hand them out, put them online, I tend to look at the 10K forms for Starbucks. And this year, Starbucks said they were looking to grow. They're going to have a decent growth rate. But they started to realize that they were getting hit by more competition from Dutch Bros, which is pretty interesting because Dutch Bros to me is better tasting coffee and cheaper. And I thought about that a while ago. And so, looking at that and looking at the fact that they had to bring in one of the old CEOs, one of the co-founders of the company, or the founder of the company, I thought it would be a good opportunity to go long on Starbucks, even though they are going to be having some problems with Dutch Bros. So I am long on Starbucks right now. As far as a year-to-year play here, I haven't technically bought into it. I'm looking for a good entry price, and maybe I just missed it over the past few days as we bounced above the 200 EMA. But I'm normally just looking at technicals and what they're talking about. If for whatever reason they say in their 10K report, hey, we're worried about coffee prices and the price of beans and coming from country A, B, or C, or something like that, then maybe I would look into them. But I have yet to see them actually say something like that to the effect that have me worried enough to look at the information, if that makes sense. Usually, it doesn't. It's not too big of a problem that I've seen them face in the past. Here, let me go over here very fast. I don't want the annual report, but do they have it? No, fine. We can go with the proxy report. Where did I find it last time then? Okay, that's fine. Um, is this going to work for us right now? All right, this should be fine. Um, audit, no. Competition, no. God, I haven't done this in a few months. Give me a second here. I do not. Shareholder returns. Yes, of course, 2020 wasn't a good shareholder return. Um, no, no. Starbucks, among many companies, they really love to boast about the board, which I don't understand at all. Because the board is actually doing a terrible job with the company, so bad that they had to bring in the original co-founder. It's embarrassing for a co-founder, a major founder of the company, to leave, then have to come back and say, like, I left for a few years and you guys mess up this crap. Um, no, this isn't the what I'm looking for. It doesn't look like it. This isn't the 10K report. No, this is more about the. This is more about how they pay their board. No, okay. I'm not gonna find it here. It's somewhere in here. They always just like to hide this type of stuff. I don't know why, but it's a pretty important document. 10K report. But usually if they talk about it in there, because they in 10K reports they tend to put all this type of stuff that we're talking about in better words. It's like, hey, things are looking pretty well. We've noticed a slight increase in the price of coffee coming from Africa, whatever, South America, whatever it may be. And then that's when I would look at the prices just to see what I'm looking at there. But usually not too much. Unless for whatever reason, if I were to look at that chart and I see something really going up like unordinarily, like it's not within the normal realms of the last few years, if for whatever reason it gets out of that type of scenario, then maybe I would think about that being a negative as far as Starbucks and actually buying some puts before earnings, if that makes sense. Um, And hey, Bardis, why won't Doge go up? It's up, right now it's down about 0.5%. Dogecoin normally doesn't go up as much as Bitcoin on some of these stronger moves here. It normally kind of pops at its own pace and everybody kind of dives in and then it falls back down like Dogecoin does and then it starts to grind back up slowly. So I would expect more of a pop from Dogecoin coming up over the next couple days and then it will die back down a little bit, then kind of start that grinding road back up. And yeah, and it sounds like a lot of people are having that same problem, Bridis, as far as lunacy on Voyager here. Hopefully they can get it fixed up or allow you guys to move that money somewhere else. But it seems to be a pain. I'd probably try to contact their customer support. That might be the best thing you can do right now. But I really don't know what you're able to do with that money invested in Lunacy while you're waiting for Voyager to either put it back on or let Voyager or have Voyager let you move that coin and transfer it over to another exchange in particular. And hey, Ellen Time. Yeah, Mike, you win. It rains way more here than in Florida. Oh my gosh, yeah. I love Florida. I love the humidity sometimes. I like the hot weather a lot. But Washington, we like to rain. I was actually watching a TikTok video, and some guy said he visited Seattle and he complained about the rain. And I was like, you have to know coming into Seattle, we tend to rain a lot. Our summer is absolutely beautiful. There's a reason why the richest people in the world tend to live up here, right? But they, it can be wet. It can be very, very wet here. Um, oh, and Michael says Michael Hoffer Cia, excuse me if I mispronounced your name. He said he googled it and they say soon, so you're gonna be able to look at that. You're gonna be able to trade Lunacy again soon. It looks like, and it doesn't allow transfers. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain. Yeah. So far, with any of the Luna transactions that I've been doing, it's all been on KuCoin, KuCoin right now. So if you guys want to sign up for KuCoin, I have a link for it. If not, Voyager should be okay. Just be careful, I guess, with that issue that they're having right now. All right, let me go over here very fast. There we go. But right now, guys, we're not looking at too much trouble. Bitcoin is still looking bullish in the short term, more iffy in the middle term, and bearish in the long term here as far as over the next week or so. Going into next month, though, it should be interesting because we talked about this a while ago here. Let me just go over here to this chart. More history. So usually when breaking down below the 20-month moving average here, we tend to continue having bad month after bad month after bad month for a while here. The only thing the only time that has not happened here has been with COVID. And I'm not really going to use 2020 crash as an example here, but if you guys want to, that is the only time where we've actually had a really nice pop-up after breaking down. In 2018, we came down for a few months, held, and we kind of had a nice reversal out of that. That was kind of nice to see. Going back a little bit further, guys, going back over here to 2014, we broke down below the 20-month moving average. We consolidated for 3 whole months going sideways before having a monster drop, and then we ran into the 200 weekly moving average, the 50-month moving average, whatever you guys want to go after. Excuse me. And I think that was pretty interesting there. Before that, we really don't have much information from 2011 or so. Fair enough, right? But I'm wondering if it's going to be more like this, or if next month is just going to be another nasty move down, and we just have a nice pullback here to finish off the last 21 hours and 13 minutes of May. Right? So, technicals would suggest that we're going to have a pretty rough June as well. But maybe if we're lucky, we may have some type of bounce coming out of that. Maybe, I'm hoping for that at least here. But long story short, still looking pretty painful. I could probably drop this fib circle here as well, just so you guys can see it. Any meaningful pivot, probably, at least to this particular chart, wouldn't probably happen until September or August time. but that doesn't mean we can't have some fun little day trades and swing trades within these months. Excuse me. But that's really not the favorite circle that I usually show you guys, but that's fine. Um, all right, it'll do. Yeah. There you go. Bitcoin's coming back up here a bit. There we go. Alrighty. Voyager is waiting to list Luna 2.0 and reopen Lunacy when liquidity is ready, so it seems right around the corner for them to get it back up and going. That makes sense. Guys, like, these exchanges want your money so bad. That's why they're putting Luna and Lunacy on the market right now. They know there's going to be a lot of people looking to buy. A lot of people looking to buy this stuff up right now. And remember I showed you guys the message in the beginning of the stream? Kucoin just added Luna 2.0 to their leverage trading. So that means you can trade up to 20x leverage on Kucoin if you guys want to trade Luna. It's going to be pretty insane. If you guys are going to leverage trade with Luna, be very, very careful. It's very, very high risk, but definitely going to be a lot of fun there as well. All right, let me go over here very fast, though. Yeah. Bitcoin's still bouncing around, guys. That's what you really like. That's what you really want to see right now. You don't want to see it fall off a cliff here. Hopefully, right? There we go. Take a sip of water here. All right, there we go. But okay, everybody. I think I'm going to call it a day. It's almost been the 2 hours. I'm going to go upstairs and check on my mom. She's still sick with a cold, so I'm making sure she has enough water and tea and coffee and all that good stuff to keep her up, to keep her going, excuse me. But before I head off for the stream for the night, guys, one quick thing. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you guys haven't liked the channel yet, like it, whatever. But going forward this week, pay attention to what the NASDAQ is doing a little bit more than normal. We had a moment last week where we started to decouple from the NASDAQ just for a couple days, but we were decoupling. If for whatever reason Bitcoin continues to kind of separate off of what the NASDAQ is doing day by day, I think that'd be a great move for us in the long term because we really don't want to be trading like a NASDAQ, like a tech stock. We want to be trading like Bitcoin that has these very wild moves that over time will just give us really big amounts of money. We don't want it to start consolidating too much and correlating too much with the NASDAQ, okay? Not anything to be scared about or anything like that, but just keep an eye on it because if we do start to see it decouple a little bit more, that could indicate a big move on the downside or upside coming with Bitcoin, but it does open up a little bit more volatility for Bitcoin and therefore a lot more volatility with altcoins, okay? So okay, everybody, have a great rest of your night, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks, everybody.